students and that are living on the San Carlos Reservation or any reservation, today there's a big question today as you face life. And the general public will categorize you as an Indian, a Native American, or whatever. And basically those are really not terms from where you come from. Now you can say I'm an Apache, and probably by blood, and because you are an enrolled member of a reservation, and the enrollment is based on blood, how much blood you got. But really, in the greater sense, that doesn't really mean too much, because you're missing all the rest of the other points of who you are. So when somebody asks you, "Are you an Indian?" Well, you could say yes. "Are you a Native American?" Well, you could say yes, but then Native American is not a very good term, because anybody born in the United States is an American. And of course, all the rest of the non-Indian, or the white people as we say, are born in the United States, are Native American. So that's not a very good name. So we have to go back to our tribal designation. And in this case, Apache was a name given to us, and a lot of people say that it came from the Zuni Apache, and we don't know for sure, but whatever it means, we got stuck with it. So a lot of you may say, "Oh, I'm a San Carlos Apache. Oh, I'm a White Mountain Apache. I'm a Camp Verde Apache." Well, so what? What really counts is not just the name, or what quantum of blood you have, and whether you're enrolled or not. The most important thing that you should consider and you should be proud of, that is, go back to your roots. And your roots have to do with clanship. That's a name that is used by anthropologists. But basically, a clan is a group of people. It starts with an immediate family, which means your mother, father, grandpa, grandmas on both sides, and your cousins, close cousins, and your uncles, and so forth. And then you have an extended family. In the Apache way, cousins are brothers and sisters, or brothers, sisters, and those can be your aunt, your uncle, and so forth and so on. Your great uncle becomes your grandpa, your great aunt becomes your grandma, and so forth and so on, and that is called the extended family. And then you're part of a group of people that live in a place, a geographic place that has a geographic name. And that geographic name then is your clan name. So, what does a clan name do for you? Well, it does a couple of things. First of all, it ties you to the land. As I said, it is a place, it is a name place, a particular place on this earth where your people came from. And because that's where they came from, that is your clan name. And that ties you to the land. The land is one of the most important things that is in your life. That whatever that place is, and your ancestors planted their food, and this nutrient that comes from the earth goes into the plant, and then the people eat the plant, and then the plant becomes part of their living body. So that ties you to the earth, and the earth then is your home, and this particular place where you come from, then that is your homeland, and that is very important. Now, as I said before, you have an immediate family, you have an extended family, then you have a whole group of people that are clan members, which are all your relatives. Now, it is a very common rule that began back in the day when the young lady lived through the flood, that the ground rule was laid that we do not at all marry our own relatives. And there is a scientific reason for that, because many of the mutations that happen within the chromosomes of the cells is carried by the woman's side. And that's who you are. You belong to a clan that your mother is. You are a family from her side, and you're given as a gift to your father's side as a clan. But the important one is your mother, and the things that she carries then are carried on to the children. So if you marry your own relative, you may have some problems. Now, back in England, first cousins married each other, and when they did, they had a disease called hemophilia. Hemophilia is a disease where if you cut yourself, you bleed and bleed and bleed, and you can bleed to death. And that is a disease that is carried through the mother's side. So you don't marry your relatives. If you do, that may happen to you. Or the mother's side may pass on what we call albino, meaning that you have a clear white skin. That can be carried. So if you marry your own cousin, you may have children that will be albinos. So scientifically, Apaches knew what was going on, so from our stories also, that you do not marry your relatives. That's why it's important to know your clan and who your father's clan is, and that ties you not only to a family, but also to know that there is a danger in marrying your own relatives. And so basically those are the two common things that are very important to know as far as clanship is concerned. It ties you to the land, which is very important. We're not people that wander from place to place to place. God gave us a place to live, and that's where we come from, and that's where we go home to. So that is what clanship is all about.